Internal Audiovisual Archive of Registry Documents. Document being archived SMH66. Gernot Boner Knochenfeld. Archivist Lawrence Lyer, Reevaluation Department. Location: usually found in the employ of others as a mercenary. Status: active. Description and behavior: Gernot Knochenfeld, often referred to by its peers by the nickname Boner, is an anomalous mercenary known to be a member of the Paranormal Mercenary Corps, IMA 45. Knochenfeld resembles a human skeleton with metal instead of cartilage joints, and an assortment of interchangeable anomalous technological augmentations. The most consistent augmentations this entity possesses are cameras in its eye sockets to enhance sight, especially in dark environments, and pneumatic cylinders acting as muscles to enhance its already above average strength. The presence of some of Knochenfeld's other augmentations depend on the specific needs of its current contract. Some of these include chlorine gas canisters hidden in the rib cage to be used in clearing a room, a blowtorch connected to the wrist, a large drill with variable drill bit sizes connected to the forearm, and entirely mechanical additional limbs. This entity largely operates according to the contracts it receives, carefully making sure all objectives of the job are completed. However, Knochenfeld is known as an entity with a sadistic streak. If a job requires, or even just allows, violence and or intimidation, this entity will enthusiastically do so. Often enough, its actions lead to unnecessary maiming or death beyond the requirements of the job. When this entity finds itself leisure time, it is known to seek out personal targets to kill for often petty slights against it. The Paranormal Mercenary Corps has itself temporarily suspended Knochenfeld from their organization multiple times for misbehavior. When Knochenfeld inevitably breaks one of the bones of its skeleton, it simply will attempt to pull the corresponding bone out of the body of a nearby adversary or bystander to replace it. Knochenfeld claims, according to former associates, that it has worked as a mercenary for hundreds of years. Apparently, it started life as a non-anomalous human born sometime around 1600 in an Austrian village. It claims that it participated in the 30 Years' War and that it personally slew Gustavus Adolphus. Sometime during the war, it apparently developed its anomalous attributes after killing a witch that cursed it with undeath. Once realizing the possibilities, it deserted its post and went from mercenary group to mercenary group until its own flesh had rotten off in the early 1700s. After this, the entity opted to market itself as supernatural muscle, which led it to being hired by various colonial projects to intimidate the locals, which frequently entailed the slaughter of entire villages. As decolonization took place, the Paranormal Mercenary Corps managed to track Knochenfeld down while it was in the ploy of a warlord and initiated it as one of the first members of the organization. Recommended actions. In the event of being in the vicinity of Gernot Knochenfeld, try your best to vacate and remain away from the area. This entity is usually in the same area as other members of the Paranormal Mercenary Corps, who usually refer to it by the nickname Boner. This is often the safest way to learn of this entity's presence. If possible, when vacating the area, please refrain from using the modes of transport in the possession of the mercenaries. This can anger these entities and cause Knochenfeld and others to attempt to pursue you. End archive.